just wanted to share just my questions and concerns about the upcoming idea to add fines to our neighborhood deed violations. We do not have fair representation of Fernbrook Bluff residents on this SPUD board. There's only one of the 5 living in our specific neighborhood. There's no way for us to get a majority on a voting item. We have old, vague, unsightly articles attached to random items and no list posted anywhere what the word unsightly specifically means to the board. Before a vote to add fines, we need a list of what the fine schedule would be. Voting in a new rule without writing the rule out with the specifics is unfair to us. I also believe that the timing of this potential new rule is an unfair burden to put in effect during a pandemic, which will be leading to a recession. Do we want a neighborhood that helps our neighbors, or one who finds our neighbors at the drop of a hat, who kicks them when they're already having a bad week? They forgot to mow their lawn because their mom is in the hospital, a husband is out of town, and a mom is working and taking care of her children and forgot to bring in a garbage can. A neighbor has an off schedule and does lawn work on a Tuesday and has the bags tidily in a row in front of the garage. Obviously will be put out for the next garbage day, but they get a fine for the garbage. What if the fine is given for $25 or $50 or $100? What if it is not paid? What if the fine piles up, $25, the note says to fix within 7 days, or the fines begin daily? What if someone is out of town for 2 weeks and comes back to $500 in accrued fines? Will the fines be attached to the water bill? Will their water be shut off if they do not pay? Or will the payment be put on as a lien onto their home or when they sell? What are the ideas behind this? You cannot vote on something that you have not come up with the logistics to propose. What will the fines be? We would like a list of them specifically before the vote. What about all the delinquent issues from years of not enforcing fairly across the neighborhood? Some neighbors get letters for a car cover, a trailer, patio furniture, political signs, landscaping issues, while others do not get one letter for not even having grass or having a different political sign, which the photographer maybe agrees with, so maybe that's why it's not enforced. What will be the timetable for addressing violations before fees double, triple, or quadruple? What if your grass is deemed unsightly like ours was during a drought? We got a letter that asked us to fix it within 7 days despite water restrictions. We did call to negotiate, but this was before there was a fine idea. What if we get a fine we do not agree with? What is the plan for the money collected from deed violations? Can the money go into a special fund to help neighbors who are struggling to get their projects done? Could the money literally go to fixing the house that is having the problem? So if $500 is the fair market value for the issue, then that could just be put to fixing the issue rather than just adding a random fine. What if you recently purchased a house that has numerous issues that you were unaware of until you started getting violations because you just bought the house? If they got 1 or 2 warning letters before you moved in, and then you get the fine because you just happen to be the next one on the list, even though you just bought the house. So I have a lot of concerns such as that. I believe changing our neighborhood to have fines for every little deed restriction should have to be voted on by our neighborhood owners, or at least representatives from our actual neighborhood. I think our first step instead would be to organize ourselves to help our neighbors first before getting a fine in place. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Gold. Appreciate it.